Here we are, Trent, live on the T.Ray channel, sponsored by Sonar and Full Boogie Tilt. We are coming out here in Corpus Christi, Texas, at the Monster Beach Bash. Here in Corpus Christi, we have 12 of the best trucks in the world, Trent, getting ready to do battle in 3 separate competitions.
Absolutely, you know, the typical wheelies, racing, and freestyle. It's going to be off the hook. 12 of the best drivers in the world, the best trucks in the world. And we're going to start this off here, man. We got Pouncer out here about to throw it down in wheelie competition. Now, Dawson, obviously as Pouncer's coming out here, let's explain the rules a little bit for everyone who's unfamiliar.
The wheelie contest, what you want to do is stick the nose of that truck straight up and down, past vertical, or as perfect a vertical as you can get to take that wheelie contest win. Riding out a slap wheelie down at the end or across the cars would be a preferable hit too, as we get Pouncer ready to go here for hit number 1 of the night. You only get 1 hit off the backside of the race lanes. Try to get that perfect score out of 30.
Nice, riding it down, keeping it on the rear end. Nicely done from Pouncer. Able to come out here and do a good wheelie. He's going to get us a score out of 30. I'm going to go ahead and start out tonight with a 12.
Yeah, nice 12-point score right there for Pouncer as he does a nice first hit to kick off the wheelie competition, Trent.
You know, that 12 was not easily earned, my friend. You know, definitely Pouncer had to earn it. But, you know, coming up next, we got another truck here. It's none other than Old Man Senior, as they call him. Mr. Reverse Black Stallion out of Hagerstown, Maryland. Michael Vaughters. Always a treat to see him.
Absolutely, 30-plus years in the business. Black Stallion full coming out for hitting number 1 of the wheelie contest. This is a beautiful piece, Trent, sponsored by Safety Clean. As he's going to line up here, could we see it? His classic signature move to start off his night. No, reversing it up and over the crushed cars for a wheelie contest hit. A little something special, a little bit of fanfare right there from Old Man Senior in the Black Stallion.
It's a nice attempt. However, he didn't hit it in the conventional way, so that might hurt it in the judge's eyes. And it will. Only going to be a score of an 8 for Black Stallion. It's a nice little fanfare, man, but unfortunately I won't take the lead.
Now, as we get the next truck out, this will be Rick Steffens in the beautiful PEI-sponsored Patrick Enterprise truck, Samson. This is a beautiful design, Trent, with the new purple tribal look. The black wheels, this thing looks meaner than ever, and Samson's ready to go here in the wheelie contest.
Absolutely, man. Samson, just an overall beautiful truck, man. I mean, the purple is really shined on this truck ever since Rick Steffens decided to repaint it from the infamous blue. But now he finds himself out here in the sand. He can try and give himself a really good wheelie, and there we go, straight up and down. And now, Dawson, that was a pretty decent wheelie, man. I've been reading the scores so far. Why don't you read one of them?
A very nice hit right there for Rick Steffens and Samson. As scores are coming in now.
It's going to be a score of a 10, so it won't be enough to be able to take Pouncer's lead. However, a nice attempt from Samson, but it definitely shows, you know, the sand's a little slick, and it's really rough out there. You know, the ride truck drivers were talking about it, and we had practice yesterday. A lot of the drivers talked about just how rough the sand is.
Absolutely, the rough sand is going to play a factor here, Trent, as we get ready for the next truck up, the beautiful Quad Chaos. See if he can take the quad, see if he put the paddles on this weekend, see what the quad's going to do here.
Definitely Quad Chaos, a part of Team DCT, and really one of the stars, whatever the toughest monster truck tour, Monster Rex, whatever it may be, all-star, it doesn't matter. Quad Chaos is always one of those top stars in the league. And it's no surprise because that truck always goes off the wall crazy, especially in wheelie competition. A huge sky wheelie. Tried to write it down, but not quite gonna get it. Score to beat. What is the 12? What will Quad Chaos get? He's gonna tie with another 12. However, since Pouncer got the score first, Dustin, that means Pouncer's still in the lead.
Absolutely, Pouncer will remain in the top spot for now, as we got a couple more trucks ready to rock and roll here, Trent. As we're just getting started here in the Wheelie contest here in Corpus Christi. It's a big field, like we said, 12 of the best monsters in the world getting ready to lay it down here, as we are only 4 trucks in.
Yeah, man, the lineups are just going to get better and better as we got our next truck coming out here. And remind me, Dustin, who is it again?
It is none other than Outlaw, the guy from Texas, right here in Texas. Mike Harper going to pilot the Outlaw here tonight. And he's going to be looking for the Wheelie contest lead here. At score of 12 to beat by Pouncer. First truck out, still holding strong as we get ready to go here with Outlaw. The beautiful throwback square body still rocking it from the TNT Unfinished Business, Trent. And this truck's never looked better.
Oh yeah, you know, especially whenever he put the TNT Unfinished Business body, like you just said, this truck looks beautiful, a nice classic Ford F-150 body, and it's a front engine. He's gonna try and ride it out. Nicely done.
Got it right down before the bus there, Trent, as a good wheelie hit right there.
Looking at the scores, and it will be enough, a score of a 15 so far. Not a bad attempt from Outlaw. But you know, especially with a front engine truck, obviously Mike Harper struggled with the wheelie a bit. However, with the veteran that he is and the amount of skills he's got, he pretty much rode that no problem.
Absolutely, as it is the only front engine tonight in the field, Trent, you are right. So he's at a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to those sky wheelie type hits. But this guy right here can throw it down with the best of them, as well as the next guy, the legend himself, Alan Pizzo, brings out the beautiful Predator. And I cannot wait for this truck to come back and hit the track, man. A little bit of nostalgia coming from this guy. He's a legend in the sport, and so awesome to see it. Still rocking it and in the Pro MT body this weekend here in Corpus Christi. The trucks really never look better, Trent, than this.
Oh, absolutely. You know, he's also running the slicks, which could hinder his performance here tonight. However, you know, with Alan Pizzo being the veteran, he has, look at that, riding it down.
Oh my.
He's going to keep it. Dragging the tailgate all the way down. That was impressive.
That was very impressive, showing the Hemi horsepower underneath the hood of that big bad Ram out of Tennessee. Predator coming out looking for the wheelie contest lead, as he might just get it, Trent.
Scores coming in, and he just will, man. Not by much. A 21 will put him in the lead. You know, it just shows you right there, man. These trucks are getting big, going bigger and bigger in wheelie competition, and it's just going to be an all-out fight to the end.
Yes, sir. Taking the lead right there, Predator, Alan Pizzo, as we are 5 trucks into the bracket now. Or 6 trucks into the bracket for the wheelie contest. We are halfway through, Trent, and the last 6 are nothing but big bad names coming at you for the wheelie contest, as another guy comes out now, none other than Mr. Kansas, Jimmy Cretan and the Bounty Hunter, Trent. Going solo this weekend, no 2 Extreme Team member other than Bounty Hunter here, but Jimmy loves these trips out to the beach and wasn't going to shy away from it either.
Nah, especially since he was invited out here, man. He was quick to accept the invitation. You know, running that classic custom chassis, sometimes nicknamed the Rock Crawler. Just a really overall insane little piece he's got here. And he's going to start out with his first and only hit. Nice, carrying it. Oh! Going upside down.
Up and over goes Jimmy Cretan and the Bounty Hunter. Tried to ride the wheelie out, got a little bit crooked on the cars, and put too much of that Cretan horsepower down on the one tire and spun him upside down as the track officials get him flipped over right there. JC goes upside down for the first truck of the night to do so right here in the wheelie contest.
Scores will be a total of 14, so it was definitely a nice attempt, but it won't be enough to take that take that top spot. However, there are still 5 more trucks to go, ladies and gentlemen. As the rest of these, especially the Bounty Hunter, obviously a heavy hitter himself. Like you already said, Dawson, all these trucks are heavy hitters, and they're just going to go bigger.
Absolutely, and we are about to see a very rare occasion here out on the kind of the mid/east coast as we get the very own man himself. Donald Eppendidio brings out Titan for a very special presentation here this weekend. He doesn't travel much further than California or Nevada, but Titan coming out to play here in the sand. And I think he's super excited to be out here in Texas, Trent.
Yeah, you know, he's never really been on the sand before, so definitely he was kind of testing it out in practice yesterday, and he said he liked the way it handled. And now we're going to see how that big bad C10 is going to handle in the sand.
I do feel like he is at probably the best advantage here this weekend with the Ukraine tires, the grip on those things out here in the sand, all kind of act like paddles. As Donald digs into the sand right there for a big time Sky Willy. Nicely done right there, going huge all the way across the cars, all the way to the flat. The C10 looking good as ever as Donald's putting on a show here in Corpus.
It was a good attempt, man, but unfortunately the judges didn't think so, as only a score of a 19 will come out for Titan.
Score of a 19 for Donald Eppendidio in the Titan. As we got 4 more trucks to go here in the Willy contest lineup. As we bring out another, we'll keep saying it all night long, heavy hitter. As Brandon Budd brings out the beautiful Buckshot. This truck looks killer, and let's see what he has in store for us here in the Willy contest. Predator still with the top spot so far in the competition. As we are getting ready for the beautiful Hummer version of the Buckshot. Brandon Budd threw the Hummer body back on it this weekend for the beach trip out here in Corpus Christi. Let's see what this guy has in store. Big time winter quarter running toughest Monster Jam or toughest Monster Tour for the Bigfoot team, but now Buckshot looking to get it done here in the Hummer. Predator still in that top spot. Let's see what Buckshot can do. As he's going to get a good one. Oh, and he's going to walk it. A little bit of a bounce. A little bit of a dance. Oh, no, and he goes upside down. Not going to be enough as Buckshot is the second truck to go upside down here tonight in Corpus Christi at the beach. Not enough grip right there. You can see the sand kind of fell out from underneath him as Buckshot rolls it back over. Score's coming in. It's only going to be a 20. A good attempt right there from the Buckshot, but not enough. Predator still in the top spot there, Trent.
Yeah, you know, obviously the judges being a little stingy tonight with the low scores, but obviously they feel like they could see a little bit more. And, you know, that's just the judges' opinion on things tonight. However, you know, we'll see what these last couple guys have got in store for us.
Let's keep the high quality trucks coming as another fan favorite and a former world champion as Mike Waters Jr. brings out Overkill here on the beach. And this truck has never looked better, Trent, as he has all the brand new parts and upgrades. Went from a normal nitrogen shock to a from the coilovers to the nitrogen shock, Trent, as he also has the Ukraines on this thing. This thing looks killer with the new Ford body as he sticks it straight up and down with a good Sky Willy.
Yeah, man, got a good Sky Willy, but it wasn't quite able to ride it out, getting in a bit of trouble there with the ruts. You know, that's what they were talking about. The sand has a lot of ruts, but the score for Overkill won't quite be enough. An 18, it'll put him in a little bit of a bronze position. However, you know, not a bad attempt from Mike Waters Jr.
Not a bad attempt at all. As you can see, Trent, we would talk about it all night long. The sand is starting to go away from these cars, so these last guys in the field are having more trouble hitting these and trying to get the Sky Willy that they want. We saw it with Titan and we saw it with Overkill Evolution. Not enough lift. They may have aired it out, but didn't get the right height or hit that they wanted. As the next truck up will be Jerry Beck bringing out the Dirt Crew. Dirt Crew, the awesome looking dump truck out of Indiana. Going to come out here on the beach and see what he can do to throw his hat in the ring and try to get the lead away. As you can hear the train horns coming. There it is. Dirt Crew, the beautiful Dodge. As he says, get a load of this. He's looking to take the Wheelie contest win right now. A little bit of fanfare as he takes a hot lap right there in front of the grandstands here in Corpus Christi. Here we go, Dirt Crew, hit number 1. Oh my! He'll put it right back upside down, and on the tailgate, and he's over. Talking about not getting enough lift, he just put a sock on my mouth as Dirt Crew goes almost upside down, way past vertical here in the Wheelie contest. An insane hit right there, Trent, as Dirt Crew goes all the way upside down as scores are coming in. It's only going to be another 20-point score for Dirt Crew. Gave the fans a wow factor moment, but did not take the lead as you've got to land that hit to be able to get the Wheelie contest win here with one truck left to go.
Yeah, that's right. Dirt Crew not quite able to get the hit that he wanted. However, you know, a 20-point score isn't too bad considering the way the judging's been going tonight. So with that being in mind, we got one more truck gearing up here in Wheelie competition. All the way from St. Louis, Missouri, we got Dan Runte driving the Bigfoot. He's our last competitor here in Wheelie competition. Just gonna see if he has what it takes to be able to take the lead. Sears straight up and down. He tried to get it with a slap wheelie. He got the straight up and down. He got the little bit of the wheelie, but what do the judges think? And the judges have spoken. It's going to be a 25. Bigfoot will win wheelies here in Corpus, Texas. Not a bad attempt there, a little attempt there, Dawson. And so we're going to get right into racing competition with a really star-studded lineup here, Dawson.
Absolutely. Racing competition coming your way next. It is straight line drags over the roller and a flying finish off the 3-car. A 12-truck field. So we'll have multiple rounds going into the night.
And with that in mind, the first lineup in the bracket is going to be a Dirt Crew going up against Samson. Dirt Crew not getting a whole lot of time to repair. However, they were able to get the body back on. So they will see who's going to get the victory here, Dustin. You know, straight line drag, it can be really stressful.
It can be really, really stressful as these two heavy hitters come out on the line first. Samson, a truck known for racing, looking to get the straight line drag here tonight, and he's going to line up in the near lane. You can already kind of see there's going to be some ruts right there on the sand already, but as the night goes on, these racing lanes will fade away from these guys pulling all that inertia and all that momentum from the tires kicking up that sand. Those starting lines will not last long. So these first couple races, we might see some nice hard launches, but towards the end of the night, towards the championship race, these guys are going to be struggling to find that grip off the line as Dirt Crew's sitting on the line and Samson getting ready to pull up now. This is going to be an all-out battle here for the win.
Dirt Crew and Samson, straight line drag. One will win, one will lose. Both drivers look to be ready. Waiting on you, go.
Go. And it's going to be Samson taking the round one win here against Dirt Crew. A very, very tight race all the way to the end. Samson with just a little bit more of that Hemi horsepower pushing it across the line there.
You know, Simpson obviously being a race-oriented truck, it's just all natural for the Samson machine, as we got Outlaw and Black Stallion about to battle it out here in the second race of round one. Obviously, a couple more race-oriented trucks. You know, Outlaw and Black Stallion, both formerly trucks that started in the 90s and the 80s, if you count them. So this is basically kind of an old school kind of race here, Dawson. There's a lot of tension between these two.
Absolutely. Nobody wants to be put on the trailer in round one, as these two heavy hitters will line up against each other here. And I know these guys have been driving for a long time. You could see it in their eyes. They want this round one win. They want to put their legacy names of these trucks into round number two. So who's it going to be? Outlaw in the far lane with Black Stallion in the near lane. You can see Botters right there being the veteran that he is, taking a little run up and lining up to the side just a hair, trying to get a different line approach on that first jump and see if it works out for him as they both pull up to the line. Outlaw versus Black Stallion. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be moving on to round two, Trent? Waiting on your green.
Go. And just like that, the race has started. Both looking to go really big, and look at the air that they got. It's going to be Mike Harper and the Outlaw taking the victory there. And you know, I think that truck's built for racing as well, man, because that thing handled it like it was nothing.
Absolutely. He launched off the line very hard. He's going to be one of the first few guys off that starting line. So they're going to have that good launch like I was talking about, Trent. But as the night goes on, the sand will fade away. Let's see what these guys do to try to help themselves off the start line. Mike Botters tried a different line approach, and that may have cost him the race there, as he wasn't on the hard pack sand. He was more on the fluff on the top stuff. So let's see what these guys can do moving on into the later rounds. But the next bracket race will be the Buckshot versus Quad Chaos.
Actually, it's Buckshot and Predator going up against each other. Quad Chaos will be in the bracket soon. In fact, it'll be the race after this one. But, you know, even so, Buckshot going up against Predator, definitely going to be an interesting kind of race here, man, because, you know, Buckshot's a relatively new truck, and with Alan Piesel back here, man, he's got that Pro MT body, so you got to wonder if he's kind of going back to his roots here, man, really to see if he can be fast.
He is trying to be fast, and he's going to have to be, because Brandon Budd is no slouch in the far lane. The Buckshot Hummer has been on kill all year long. Like we mentioned, he did run a Bigfoot body earlier this year on the Toughest Tour, and now he's looking to get it done here in his own name, his own identity, the Buckshot Hummer. Two wild-looking trucks getting ready to do battle here in round number one. We're about to see some horsepower, Trent, waiting on the green. Go. And it's going to be Buckshot taking the round one win versus Alan Piso and the Predator. Predator was coming back, but Buckshot just got the best of them.
But hold on there, Dawson. We're getting some word from Alan. He said the light on his end wasn't working correctly. There was a bit of confusion there. They asked Brandon Budd if he wanted to re-race, and if Alan Piso's okay with it, they might just have a re-race there to try and fix that problem. And it looks like Alan Piso accepts. I'm cool with it. Brandon Budd's cool with it. Dawson, I think you're cool with it. Let's get a re-race here.
They are going to re-rack right now. Predator and Buckshot. Light malfunctions, as we talked about. The officials want to make sure it's a clean, fair race. And there's no special treatment here for either Buckshot or Predator. They do this in any round race, especially even if it was the finals. These guys want to make sure that the racing is legitimate and fair here in Corpus Christi as these two guys go at it in round number one. Let's see who's going to be the victor here. Buckshot took the last race with a malfunction on the light. As these guys are on the line, waiting for the green. Go. And it's gonna be a close one. And by a bumper, it's going to be the Predator. Alan Piso, the veteran, coming out. as that is the closest race as you can get here in round number 1. As Buckshot gets put on the trailer here versus Predator. A bad fast pass right there from Alan Pizzo.
Absolutely, man. And you gotta give it to Brandon Budd for being the sport and allowing the re-race there, man, because it definitely proved that Alan Pizzo did have a running chance, and it wasn't just sheer luck. But the next race coming out here, ladies and gentlemen, keeping the ball rolling. We got Quad Chaos going up against Bounty Hunter. Two heavy hitters, man. The old custom 2005 Ford Expedition going up against the custom Quad. Both no slouches when it comes to straight line competition. You're going to see nothing less of a really good race here, man, as we get both these trucks at the line. Bounty Hunter taking the near lane. Quad Chaos taking the far lane. We're going to get both drivers lined up here. Waiting on, now both drivers look to be ready, waiting on the green. Go! An even start here as they go in through the bracket. It's going to be close, but Quad Chaos will get Bounty Hunter by half a truck. What a race! Definitely not the kind of victor that I would say I expected to see out here with Jimmy Creighton having as much horsepower as he does. However, Quad Chaos pulling the upset and getting the win here.
Quad Chaos with a great pass right there, as well as Bounty Hunter. Good pass from both, but again, the lines are starting to fade away now, Trent, as we saw with Black Stallion, and we saw it also with Jimmy Creighton and the Bounty Hunter. The racing bracket here is going to tighten up as these guys get into round number 2 here pretty soon, but we still have a couple more races here in round number 1.
Yeah, that's right, with the next race being Titan taking on Bigfoot. Definitely going to be an interesting race here, man, as both these guys are heavy hitters coming from different parts of the United States. Titan, of course, coming from the West Coast. Bigfoot coming from a little bit more in the Middle Eastern. Excuse me, in the Midwest. And now we find our current winner here. You know, he's got his first victory in wheelie competition. Dan Runte driving the Bigfoot 21. But if he wants to get this victory here tonight, he's got to go through Donald Padidio in the Titan. And Donald, especially with those Ukraine tires, he's going to be no slouch here in round 1 competition. As both these natural racers lining up, getting a bit of a starting position here. Titan crawling to the line, getting ready. Bigfoot getting to the line as well. Both drivers look to be ready. We're about to go green. Go! And a nice start from both, but look at this. Donna Badini with a great race. Titan will get it by a truck. Bigfoot having some problems there on the far lane. But that means that Titan will be moving on here, man. A great race from both drivers, but Donald eventually edges out the Bigfoot.
Donald Appendidia will move on to round number 2 as we get the last race to round number 1 going here, Trent. It will be Pouncer versus Overkill, as these two fast trucks right here, race ready trucks, get ready to do battle for that last spot in round number 2. Pouncer and Overkill, as we saw now for the last kind of 2 to 3 races, Trent, the starting lines are starting to go away. We saw it with Bigfoot, we saw it with Bounty Hunter, as well as Black Stallion. So these guys, the favorites kind of coming into the racing bracket, are being upset because they think the lane that they choose is the better of the two, and it doesn't seem to be the case, as Each lane is different every time a truck lines up, but as well as the heavy hitters are kind of fading out because of the sand here in Corpus Christi. Let's see what Mike Vatter's second can do in Overkill versus the Pouncer machine out here tonight. Both drivers on the line waiting for the green.
Go. And wow, what a race, as Overkill will get it by truck length, but look at that, Pouncer was coming back. And it just shows you just how much horsepower the Pouncer has. But you know, Mike Vaters Jr., he just has the skills to pay the bills, Dawson, and he moves into the next round.
Yeah, as Mike Vaters has a great run right there. Again, I think it's those Ukrainians, man. They act like paddles out here in the sand, and they get every bit of traction and pick up every scoop of sand they can to get across the line fastest. Overkill and Titan putting those tires to good use out here. Good tire choice for them as they come out here at Corpus Christi to play in the sand. As we get round number 2 underway, as trucks get ready to go.
That's
First
right.
one up will be
Samson and Outlaw. Sorry to interrupt you there, Dawson, but that is going to be a heavy hitter if I've ever seen one, man. You know, this is again, you know, these are the kind of races that you would see back in the 90s when they would be really gunning for the cash prizes. You know, Samson and Outlaw, both newer age drivers, driving old age trucks, but with new age equipment. So this is definitely going to be an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. And fans in the T.Ray chat, we haven't forgotten a single bit about you. So I want you guys to let me know right here, right now, who's pulling for the Outlaw? And who's pulling for Samson? We're about to find out here as the first race of round 2 goes underway. Dawson, on your go.
go.
And there we go.
They are both powering.
Wow, what a race!
What a race,
Outlaw.
Trent.
Not good.
That was a bad fast race right there between two of the biggest power plants of the sport. But keeping the things going here for him, it's going to be Samson with the damn Patrick machine moving on. As Rick had a great line, he got all off the line very good. The sand didn't pull him back too much as it did Outlaw, as they had a photo finish, Trent.
Absolutely. You know, the officials had to go back to the cameras to see how that race went, and luckily they also had a little bit of a timing system there, which we'll get into later. But again, you know, Outlaw and Samson, a great race. And we're going to keep that ball rolling, ladies and gentlemen, because we got Predator and Quad Chaos going next. Predator and Quad Chaos, two heavy hitters. Quad Chaos definitely pulling the upset up against Bounty Hunter. And now he's looking to do the same here with Predators. Alan Pizzo kind of giving a little love tap to Quad Chaos. Fans, I asked you before and I'll ask it again. Who's pulling for Quad Chaos? And who's pulling for old Mr. Predator over there? Alan Pizzo. We're about to find out here is somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. We're going green. Go. And just like that, up and over, it's going to be Predator pulling the upset up against Quad Chaos. What a race we just saw there. Quad Chaos trying to come back. But ultimately, in the end, Alan Pizzo having the better light. What a race. And, you know, Dawson, definitely an upset there, man. Alan Pizzo has been running hard here tonight. And I kind of called it, man. He's got that Pro MT body on, so he's definitely running harder than he usually does.
Yeah, he's back when they ran that body in the Pro MT days. He's thinking back to his quick days right there in his younger years as Predator gets the round 2 victor. Now moving on to the next race, Trent.
That's going to be Titan and Overkill going in here in the last race of round 2. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will need a fast loser. And right now, Outlaw is in contention for that fast loser. But we're about to find out here as we got the last race. I'm about to see who is going to see if Outlaw will be the fast loser or if it might be one of these young gents here. So we got Mike Waters Jr. and the Overkill. Who's pulling for him? And who's pulling for the West Coast native? Mr. Donald Epidideo in Titan.
I think this is going to be a pairing right here, Trent. As I said before, they both have the Ukraine tires. So these guys are really going to be able to pull off that line and get the good launch they need as drivers are staged, waiting on the green.
Go. Oh, and look at that Titan definitely with the better light, but it's going to be close. Oh, my. What
it's
a
gonna
race.
It's going to be Donald Epidideo and Titan moving on to the semifinals. As yes, Trent, is very, very close race. A Ford versus Chevy battle it out right there. Mike Waters was not far behind, but Titan got off the line first and stayed out in front and finished with a strong hit over the 3-car set across the line. As we now are setting up the bracket, getting the fast loser, which will
be who, Dustin?
It will be Overkill as the fast loser. It will be the Overkill Ford as the fast loser.
So Overkill getting a second chance at life here in racing. I just gotta say, man, I hope you fans in T.Ray chat are enjoying this because it has been absolutely off the wall racing, and this is the kind of stuff that we enjoy.
Yes, as we get a 90s matchup right here, Overkill gonna run a hot lap, coming straight back out, as he will take on Samson for the berth in the championship race. Who's gonna get there? Could it be Samson, been running strong all night long in the near lane? Or will Mike Waters, he has a second life here, will he waste it or will he go out on top here and get to the championship race, as these drivers want it ever so badly here in the semifinals? Ford versus Chevy again. Who's going to get it, Trent, on your green?
Go. And look at that, just off like a rocket ship. Samson, again, will take the victory here. Samson's looking really strong.
Very strong pass again from Samson in the near lane. He's finding that groove right there. He's finding that hard pack off the line. And that's really where he's winning it, Trent. It's not in no man's land. It's not on the final jump. It is right there off the line where these guys are losing right there to Samson, as he's finding it here. And he's really moving into the groove as he goes on to the championship race.
And now it's a matter of who is he going to face in the final round, as we got Predator and Titan about to battle it out here in this last race of the semifinals. Later, Cookie. But now, here we go, a Dodge versus Chevrolet. You know, Alan Pizzo, he's been keeping up with everybody.
He has, man. This old boy knows some tricks up his sleeve, as the Pro MT Predator has been just as fast as he once was, as he ever has been, Trent. These guys are flying down this sand core straight line drags. But Donald in the other lane, he ain't no slouch, man. He's here from the West Coast, and he wants to throw it down here for everybody, because he doesn't come out here very often. So if he could take a win here, it'll be big to put him in the finals.
Absolutely, as we're about to find out who was going to face Samson in the final round, as both drivers look to be ready. Dawson, they're waiting on your go.
Go. Hard off the line. Who's it going to be speeding up through no man's land? It's going to be Donald Epidideo and Titan taking the win. He will take down the fast Predator, as we have an all Chevy final. Wow, what a race, Trent.
Not definitely with the crazy lineup that we have here tonight, Dawson. Not a lineup that we expected to see. However, this is what we got, and it's Samson versus Titan in the finals.
So this is going to be a hardcore matchup race, man. These guys have been battling all night long. 12 trucks down, only 2 are left. It is time to settle the score. Which Chevy's going to be the fastest here in Corpus Christi?
Someone will need to drive Aaron's other truck.
Yeah. I will. Fine.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Samson coming out onto the line. The legendary Chevrolet from the Patrick camp. And now coming out from the trailers. All the way from the West Coast. Decided to take a little trip down here into Texas. Gonna be lining up there straight up against Samson. A little challenging. It's Stallion and the Titan. Showing a little fanfare there, challenging each other in this final race. Both drivers have been absolutely stout. But now it's all come down to this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you this one last time as we got these drivers here. Ladies and gentlemen, who's polling for Samson? And who's polling for Titan? We're about to find out here as we got the last race here in racing. Brandon, do the honors. Both drivers are ready. And off like a rocket, both of these trucks battling out. It's going to be close. Wow. It's a hard one to tell. But the officials are officially saying. The officials are saying Samson has got it. Samson by a tire tread will win racing here in Corpus Christi, Texas. As it comes out here in freestyles a little bit. We're going to get Dawson down there with Samson, interview him a little bit here in just a moment. But first, we got to let old Samson freestyle a bit. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Give a round of applause one more time for Samson, Rick Steffens. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce, we got Dawson Reyes, and he's currently down there on the track.
Rick, you battled it hard all night long for the racing win. Down here, the sand was starting to go away on the start line, but you found a groove every single time and made the fastest truck here be Samson tonight. How are you feeling after this big time racing win here on the T.Ray channel?
I feel amazing, man. I've been mad fast all day. I didn't believe that I was going to be able to make it down here. Had a long trip. Man, it's just, I'm so ecstatic right now.
As well as you should be. You took home the big racing win, but everyone wants to know what Samson got planned for freestyle here tonight.
We got something big planned. I hope y'all enjoy.
Awesome. As we send it back up to the booth, your racing winner here in Corpus Christi, Samson.
Not too much to say, but not too little either. I like it. Rick Steffens and Samson coming out here. Your racing winner. So far, we've had 2 different winners here tonight. And Dawson, you know, we're going to take a quick little break just for a moment. Just got to recall what we've seen here tonight.
Absolutely. As we had a hardcore Wheelie contest coming out here tonight with Bigfoot taking the win with a score of a 25. He stuck it straight up and down, Trent. And then we moved on to a long racing bracket, 12 trucks, put it down all the way to the final 2 with Titan and Samson, with Samson coming out on top.
Absolutely, man. And I'd like to say, I hope, again, you guys down there in the T.Ray chat are having fun, because now this is where you come into play. We've had our own judges judge wheelie competition, but now we want to see what you think. That's right, for freestyle, it's going to be the first 3 scores in chat that we see. So whenever we say 2, we want to see what you have in store and what the scores may be, or what you believe. No 0.5s, only straight. It's going to be out of 30. The total score is going to be out of 30, and we want to see from 1 to 10 what you think these what you think these drivers deserve. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Freestyle here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Dustin needs to say something real quick before we start. He wants to be muted.
Yeah, I'll just say it then. Since Cookie's gone, we gotta have people fill in for his trucks. I can drive Overkill if he wants to drive his other truck. Okay, copy. I just wanted to figure that out, so because I know he took off, so. And okay, Trent, are we just scoring, or are you reading those off the sheet or something?
I was kind of just going off the top of my head the first time, but I'm gonna let obviously the guys in the chat.
Yep.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, for all who's listening, again, you know that the first 3 scores that we see in chat are going to be the ones that are going to be the score for the trucks. So make sure you choose wisely out of 1 to 10. But, Dustin, we ready to continue on here?
We are ready for freestyle. The track is good to go as we get set for a 12-truck freestyle lineup. Trent, these guys have 2 minutes to do whatever it takes to please you, the fans here on T.Ray, whether it be Wheelies, donuts, whatever freestyle entails. If you guys get loud, if you guys blow up the track, you might even see a 10,000-pound truck upside down. So who's ready for some freestyle action here on T.Ray?
Starting out this action-packed freestyle night is going to be, of course, a part of the Alan Piso camp, Pouncer. You know, we saw him come out here in wheelie competition, stood straight up and down, and took an early lead for a little bit. And now he finds himself out here again first in freestyle. But you know, I'm sure that's nothing new to him, man. He's gonna keep doing what he was doing. You know, I just gotta say, man, this is definitely a wild freestyle course. His time starts right there.
Yeah, this is a big-time freestyle course. Pouncer's going to do what he can to attack this course with everything in him. Everything that Hemi Power, big-time Cat Cheetah got. That does a nice job so far here, getting the ball rolling here in freestyle.
Absolutely, you know, he's got a tall order against all 12 of these other monster trucks. So definitely, you know, he wants to get his name out, especially after going straight to the, wow! Taking the words out of my mouth. Pouncer going up and over the bus and into a little slap wheelie.
Actually showing the raw horsepower of that Hemi behind Alan Pizzo's team, the team out of Tennessee. These guys have some big time horsepower underneath the hood of the Cats, as this showing right now as Pouncer's throwing it down here in freestyle. Nice cross through action there.
Absolutely. Oh, all right, eye on the Pouncer, going up and over. You know, they were talking about it in the drivers' meeting. The ruts here in the sand is proven to be fatal, and it proves it right there as Pouncer goes up and over. Not a bad run though, Dawson.
Not a bad run at all. The scores are coming in, chat. What do you guys think so far?
This is your chance now, guys. Everyone in the T.Ray live stream chat, from 1 out of 10, give us a score of what you think Pouncer deserved.
Scores are coming in now. Looks like the score, Trent, is going to be a 18 to start off here. 18-point score for Predator. Or, I mean, Pouncer. Apologize. The Cats get a little confused on these Cats right now. These big kitties have some horsepower, and they show it here in freestyle.
Absolutely. Nicely done.
Next up will be Mike Vaughters, the Black Stallion, coming on out here to throw his hat in the mix to see if he can't take home a freestyle win out here in Texas.
Twenty
2019.
Now, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, of course, you know, don't be shy to throw in a score. You know, and if we don't get scores from you guys within the 30 seconds, we will just take it to our professional judges. And with that being said, we got a score of Pouncer, obviously already set a 19. So now we got Michael Vaughters coming out here, and he's going to throw in his hat in the ring.
Absolutely, starting time right there, walking it up and across the cars. As Safety Clean sponsored Black Stallion, over 30 plus years in the business. This guy is a true legend of the sport, Thunder Nationals champion in the past, has memorable moments here at the World Finals. But now he gets his chance to run the truck out on the beach and get some big air off the van stack.
Not a bad attempt there from Mike Vaughters, you know. Definitely keeping the momentum going. Getting some nice air.
That's going to be key here, Trent, as he hits these fresh cars right here in front of the stack, in front of the fans. Trying to get a little slap with it, but the sand faded away from underneath him. As he's keeping up the momentum, that's going to be a big factor for these guys. Having the speed out here on the sand is going to be kind of hard on such a big course. So he goes up and over the bus stack, a little bit of a trip up. Oh, he's setting it up right here. Could we see the famous move, Trent?
That we are. Wow! A nice...
Big time. Big time reverse move right there, Trent. Nicely done indeed. As a minute down and a minute remains for Mike Vaughters and the Black Stallion.
And now there we go, taking a little racing pass, showing the horsepower to that big bad Ford Black Stallion's got to offer. Going for the other side, nicely done. Kind of just gliding over the bus there.
As he has 30 seconds left as he's going to combo it up, bust the bus. Nice big time air right there from Black Stallion, Mike Vaughters. Coming up for in the final moments of his freestyle run. Looking good so far out here in Corpus Christi. Going to fill time. 10 seconds left, it looks like. Oh, big time Sky Wheelie up and over the double van. As he goes down, 3, 2, 1. There's time right there as he stands it perfect up and over the little 3-car stack, and that'll be time for Mike Vaughters in Black Stallion as he's going to try to get some donuts out here on the beach. Kicking up some sand, Trent.
Nothing like you get a little sand here on the beach as Black Stallion. Michael Vaughters, a great run to come out here. And now we'll give you guys about 30 seconds. What's you guys thought? Did you think that Mike Vaughters took the lead, or do you think Pouncer's in the lead? Let us know in the comments. Remember, scores are going to be out of 30, so only solid scores will out of 10. After 30 seconds, we're just going to go, if no one said anything, we're going to go ahead and give them to the professional judges. Time is ticking down, ladies and gentlemen.
The scores were coming in, Trent, with a 22. A 22 for Black Stallion, filling time, good momentum, solid hits, and the reverse move is always a classic to see.
Absolutely, man. You know, not too much and not too little. That's just Mike Vaughters' style when it comes to freestyle, man. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, we are not done here. Do you want more? I'm about to give you more here. Freestyle continues.
As now Samson will come out. He had a big time racing win here. Trent versus Titan, made it all the way to the finals. He had a tough road to get there. It was no easy path for the Samson machine as he took down Titan in the finals there to win it all here in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, you know, definitely a huge win that he had in racing, Dawson. You know, and Samson always been known as a racer. So for him to come out here and freestyle, man, Rick Steffens definitely gonna have to go hard after what we just saw from Mike Vaughters. We're gonna keep it to the professional judges for now, and we're gonna see what the judges will think. Is Rick Steffens already airing it out?
Already thrown down in Samson on the beach. This is probably one of the best landing trucks on the planet, Trent. Dan Patrick, the shock suspension design, and the chassis and everything. The way this truck works, man, it handles anything that Rick throws at it. As you can see right there, as he airs it out over the race lane, it's a little lopsided. Takes a little slide slap right there. Samson takes a licking and keeps it on ticking as he goes for the double van. It's a big time air.
Some of the biggest air we've seen so far tonight, a huge air assault. And you know, this is the little shift that we're going to be seeing in freestyle, Dawson. You know, we saw some of the guys go out there and be a little conservative because they're the guinea pigs. They're testing out the ramps and saving them for guys such as Samson, who's going to come out here and go full boogie till.
Absolutely. As he combos up the buses, one big hit after another, a minute down and a minute remains for Samson. Looking to try to get a double down here. As he and Dan Brunte and Bigfoot are the only two that can. Looking for a slowly out here on the sand, showing the big heavy horsepower from Samson as he gets a little one up. A tough move to do, especially on the sand out here, as he's going to kick up some more and some donuts, Trent.
Nicely done. Getting some nice fast donuts the crowds always love to see.
30 seconds remaining for Samson. Cross thread time. Gonna combo it up, Trent.
A huge cross thread, a little combo there for Samson. He's gonna air it out yet again. Rick Steffens is fearless here tonight.
Samson really looking for a freestyle win as he's throwing it down, as he's going to attack the car stack to be one final move. Oh, look at the positioning as he sets it down, looking for another slap wheelie. Carries it a little bit, and that will be time for Samson out here in Corpus Christi. Little fanfare, a little couple extra hits right now. Samson, takes a little bit of a shot right there. As Rick going to throw it into some donuts to end it off here with a strong showing. Don't forget the T.Ray live stream scores coming in chat right now. You guys have a chance to score and see what you guys thought of Samson. Does that take the lead away from Black Stallion, your current leader?
30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, to put the scores that you believe Samson got. Will he take the lead from Mike Vaughters or really stay in a little cozy second place? We'll find out. You guys got 30 seconds to put your scores in chat. 30 seconds is up, ladies and gentlemen. Only one score in chat. That means we'll have to take it to the professional judges. So a score of a 24 will put Samson in the lead. But now, ladies and gentlemen, he's got another heavy hitter coming out here who's going to put it all on the line. And that's Mr. Quad Chaos coming out here. Time will start on its first hit. Let's see what Quad Chaos has got in store, and there's time right there. Getting a little lopsided, kicking it off. Already starting out with some huge momentum. Definitely a huge course, and momentum is key here to keep a good run going. Look at the big air from Quad Chaos. A little bit of a rough landing. Quad Chaos, definitely a big air truck. Obviously famously driven by Aaron Kane, the Airman. And tonight, the current driver Quad Chaos, no different. Airing the truck out. Ball running, a little racing pass there, getting those sideways, some huge air though. Into some donuts. Seen a few of those tonight. And nicely done, some more air off the backside of the racing lane. Quad Chaos keeping the ball rolling here. There's 50 seconds left on the clock. More sick air there from Quad Chaos. Going back for the van stack. Oh, nicely done. Look at the air into a slap wheelie. 30 seconds left on the clock. Oh, nice. Hitting the raw cars. Trying to go fast slap wheelie, but the sand a little too slick. And now... oh boy, is he gonna do it? Ladies and gentlemen, I think he's going. It's backflip time. Quad Chaos going for it. Oh man, up and over, and that will virtually fill time as Quad Chaos goes up and over and onto his roof. Ladies and gentlemen, let him hear you. Scores coming in from the judges. The score was a 24. Now the score to beat, a 27. That'll put Quad Chaos in the lead. A nice run there, Dawson.
Absolutely, Quad Chaos airing it out, doing some different moves that we haven't really seen before. A little bit of cross-thread action, as well as the big air and some donuts, and then going for the backflip. Just didn't have enough right there to pull it off. Container kicked him a little too much. I thought he was thinking it was going to be a little bit slower, but the rotation kicked that truck all the way around pretty quickly as he ends up all the way upside down on the back half of the chassis. As we get the next truck up, let's see who's it going to be for Freestyle. It's going to be Mike Harper and the Outlaw coming out next. See what he can do. Try to beat that score of 27 by Quad Chaos.
27, obviously a huge score. He's only got 3 points to work with. But you know, if you know Mike Harper like we do, he is no slouch when it comes to freestyle. Usually, he's the king of freestyle in his tour. And he finds himself against 11 different drivers here tonight. Quad Chaos already throwing it down. And you know, there's got to be a little pressure with Mike Harper.
But, you know, he got knocked out really early in the head-to-head competition. It's not the way he wanted it to go.
Oh,
as time starts with humongous air. My, oh my. He's not taking it easy, man. He's upset about the wheelie contest and about racing. Did not perform as wanted to. So Freestyle, it's going to be his, he thinks, as he's starting off big here, Trent and Corpus Christi.
Absolutely. Starting off with a bang. Announce your presence is what the legends would always say. And obviously, trying to go through a little bit of the ruts that the sand has in them. Now, a nice little cross thread. Getting some sick air.
Sick air over the bus indeed as he's spinning right back around for it. Wasting no time. Outlaw airs it back over the bus again.
Nicely done.
Going for the other bus.
Oh,
Comboing up here with some big time air.
Now here we go. This is where it starts to get a little bit more crazy. All these drivers, they see the score that they have to beat, and they realize, you know what? I only get one shot of this.
Ooh.
And Outlaw coming out here with a bang.
A minute down and a minute remains for Mike Harper. As he's going to stick it straight up and down. Look at that. The position on that Trent was beautiful, and then he walks it a little bit. Outlaw, nicely done.
I can tell you right now, man, if he keeps this up, I think Quad Chaos has got to be sweating in the hot seat. Getting up on 2 wheels, a nice save.
Nicely done right there as Harper's keeping it going. He's got a run for the ages. Can he keep it up? Nice little clip right there. 30 seconds remains for Outlaw. Going right here in front of the crowd. What's he going to do? Oh.
Oh, boy. Oh, wow.
Wow. As he combos up. Car stack to car stack. That was insane.
And look at that. Cross thread in the
10 seconds
bus.
left. What's he got left? Harper and the Outlaw. That big moonshot. Oh, no. That will be time with a hard shot right there as Outlaw puts it on its lid for the fans here in Corpus Christi, ending out his run in spectacular fashion. As we said, once again, the score is determined by you guys, the judges, in chat. What do you think Outlaw got? Put your scores 1 out of 10. See what Outlaw can do. See if he could take the top spot away. The score right now to beat is a 27 by Quad Chaos. Did Outlaw do enough in his 2 minutes to do that?
Remember, fans, you guys got 30 seconds to put your scores in before we pull it to our professional judges. They have their scores ready, but first we want to see what you guys think. Did Outlaw do enough to take the lead?
About 10 more seconds to lock in those scores. Scores are locked in. We will go to the professional judges, see what their scorecards look like for the Outlaw.
And the judges have spoken. 28 will put Outlaw in the lead. So nice job from Mike Harper taking the lead here in freestyle.
Yeah, again, he was mad about the head-to-head competition and not go as far as he wanted to in the racing bracket. And now he finds himself leading freestyle. See if Outlaw can hold out with it. 6 more trucks to go, Trent.
Absolutely, 28 and 6 more trucks to go. Mike Harper is definitely going to be sweating after he sees some more of these heavy hitters come out. But let's get into the next truck here, man, because this only got started.
So it's a guy that kind of shocked everybody on how well he did tonight in the head-to-head competition. This will be none other than the Tennessee native in the Pro MT Flashback Series looking body. It is Predator and Alan Pizzo.
Absolutely shocked everyone with how well he did, especially on slicks.
Yeah, he has those turf tires, Trent. Those turf tires proved to be a big enough footprint out here for Alan Pizzo to get the run that he wanted in the head-to-head competition. So he starts timeout big time over the van stack. Here goes Pizzo attacking the bus stack there. Trying to get a nice little power wheelie, trying to put the Hemi horsepower down here on the sand.
You know, just like you said earlier, and also nice getting to the slampy a little bit. Again, Predator, like you said, a bit of an upset truck tonight. You know, no one expected this old machine to really do as well as it did. But Alan Pizzo, took a shot.
Took a shot indeed. Predator takes a lick and keeps on ticking as he combos up the cars. It seems to be a standard here in everyone's run to hit those car stacks at least sideways. Oh, look at that. Walks it straight up and down, up and over the bus. A great hit right there as a minute's down and a minute remains for Pizzo. throwing the Predator around here in Corpus Christi. Another big hit.
You know, he's kind of lacking the momentum right now, but if I know Alan Beazle the way he does, he'll pick it up here in just a moment. He's already got a minute left, and this is the time. You know, some guys have timers in their trucks just so they can kind of play around on the track for a minute, but this is where it gets serious.
Absolutely, as he laid a good foundation for the first. As he has 30 seconds left here in Corpus Christi, as he stands it straight up, walking up and over the cars. That's a tough obstacle, man. Those raw cars do not budge an inch. As Pizzo keeps on going here, little catty-womp, it sets it back down. Let's see what he has here for the final 10 seconds of freestyle. Alan Pizzo and the Predator. Turn them on here in Corpus Christi. Big time error off the bus stack. Final move and regulate right here. And that will do it, Trent.
Definitely a nice run, and here this is
he's going for it. Oh no! And he gets it back.
Wow!
Time now scores as he goes for it. Alan Pizzo giving the fans here in Corpus Christi all they paid for and more. With the Predator going for its first ever backflip attempt. Destroys the beautiful Pro MC body, but it doesn't matter. He turned on the fans here in Corpus, Trent.
Absolutely, and saluting the fans. They're on their feet. They appreciated what they saw from Predator. But it comes down to what you guys think here in the chat. You guys get 30 seconds, a score from 1 to 10. Do you think Alan Pizzo and Predator did enough to take the lead? The score to beat right now is a 28 from Outlaw.
We have a 9 coming through. Ready for 2 more scores.
That's right, 2 more scores, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat. So far, we've got a 9. Another 9.
A 9.
1 more score, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we need. If you ever wanted to speak up now. This is your chance to score a monster truck.
And it looks like the professional judges will throw the last score in with an 8, Trent. A 9, a 9, and an 8 for the Predator.
And that'll give him a score of a 27.
26.
26, excuse me. I could do math, ladies and gentlemen, I swear.
26, Predator. Got close, but not enough, as Outlaw still holding the top spot. As we move on to Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter now. Jimmy Cretin going to come out here and see what he can't do. Take the lead away from Outlaw. Another guy that did not go as far as he planned to in the head-to-head competition. Bounty Hunter was knocked out in the first round by the quad. But I know Jimmy Cretin wants the revenge here. He's already been upside down once tonight, Trent. Could he do it again? Could he burn it down here for fans in Corpus?
Well, there's only one way to find out, Dawson, as Jimmy Cretin starts out going huge over the bus stack.
A big time errors. He's going to combo it up.
Obviously, Mr. Kansas, Jimmy Cretin, coming here in that legendary Bounty Hunter, one of the biggest engines in the game today. Bounty Hunter coming out here, man. Jimmy Cretin already got a lot of momentum.
Absolutely. Fast-paced freestyles. That's what Jimmy loves to do, as he already's got 30 seconds in on this big course. You can see sound in there as the sand is so uneven out here, Trent. It's kind of a hard surface for these guys to drive on as Bounty Hunter slings it around, throwing some sand, going for the big bus or double van stack. Here we go. Gets it down. There it is, the JC power.
That signature Bounty Hunter slap wheelie. And oh, look at that!
Thrown into some cyclones here on the sand as a minute goes down and 1 minute left for Jim Cretin and the Bounty Hunter. Another big air hit off the bus stack. Another power wheelie.
Wow,
look at him carrying it all the way across the beach as Jimmy Cretin's trying to throw his hat in the ring to take the lead away from Outlaw.
Like I said,
some big time air again.
Like I said, one of the biggest engines in the game, the backflip.
Oh, couldn't do it. And he got it. 30 seconds left from Jimmy Cretin. He's on a mission right now. Could he keep it going and take the lead away from Outlaw? He's going to combo it up. Some big time air. Look at the loftiness off the double van. Trent, if he keeps going, Outlaw has to be sweating in the hot seat right now. As Bounty Hunter and Jimmy Cretin has thrown it down.
I mean, I'm at a loss for words, man. Jimmy Cretin's burning it down. Look at that!
Final move in regulation, and he dumps it! Jimmy Cretin, that hit build time right there. Absolutely insane. What are the judges going to do? Again, the T.Ray live stream chat is going to be the judge.
We'll give you guys one more chance to put a score in, then we're going to let the professional judges do it for the rest of the night. But you guys, this is your last chance. 30 seconds. Let us know. Did Jimmy Cretin just take the lead from Outlaw?
We got a 10.
A 10. An 8. One more score, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few more seconds. We just need one more score in chat. What did you guys think? And that is it. We'll get the professional judge. Last one. It's going to be another 10. A 28. That'll put Bounty Hunter in the tie for the freestyle win.
28 points for Jim Cretin. You put him in the tie. The tiebreaker. The professional judges have a separate scorecard assigned in case of DCI's tie at the end of the event. The tiebreaker judge will show his scores for both Outlaw and Bounty Hunter to see who's going to be the victor here. There are no ties on the T.Ray channel. So Bounty Hunter and Outlaw right now sitting in that top spot with a 28. And we got 5 trucks left to go, Trent, and these guys are all heavy hitters.
Yeah, these last few trucks, man, are going to be no slouches whatsoever. We're going to be seeing a lot of air, some momentum. Maybe we'll even see one of them upside down. But Dawson, what's our next truck?
The next truck out is going to be none other than the West Coast man himself. Made it all the way to the tonight as Donald Epididio brings out Titan for freestyle here in Corpus Christi. This is the guy I've been waiting to watch all night long. As he is one of my favorites, man. As many as the monster truck fans across the world, this guy puts on a show no matter where he is. West Coast, East Coast, wherever. This guy burns it down, and he hasn't been out this way in quite some time, Trent. So see him out here in Texas playing on the beach with Titan. It's awesome.
Yeah, you know, and definitely those Ukrainians have proven to help him a lot, and already starting out with some sick air. You know, he saw what Jimmy Cretin did. He saw what Mike Harper did. And now he's like, this is my time to shine. I'm also known for some big air. This is where freestyle is where I shine. And oh no!
Oh.
Takes a shot. The RII is out.
No, as Donald only fills 25 seconds of regulation time as he plows it in with a big hit to the car stack, and the whole front end is torn apart, and that's going to be a done for Donald Epididio and Titan. A tough break, Trent.
Yeah, that's not something you ever want to see happen to a monster truck. And especially a tough break for Donald Epididio. You know, it just shows you how unpredictable this track can be, man. You know, if you're towing Titan off the track. Tough break, man. You know that Donald's got to be mad.
Yeah, he is upset right there. That's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to come out and throw it down for the Texas fans because he hasn't been out in a long time. And to go out there and break the way he did, I know Donald's upset, and that's not the way he wanted to go. He burned it down for the fans out here in Corpus Christi. Score of 11 coming through for Titan. Give us some wild moves, but if you don't fill the time, you are not going to get the lead here in today's freestyle competition. As we move on to the next truck, Buckshot. Brandon Budd will bring out the Hummer to see if he can't overcome the 28-point score right now by Outlaw and Bounty Hunter. Buckshot, the beautiful Hummer, had a decent showing in the wheelie contest as well as racing, but he wants to burn it down and he wants to get the freestyle win here as he has the Hummer going. 2 minutes on the clock. Time will start. First hit for Buckshot. Brandon Budd gonna come out here and air it out over the car stack big time. Air right there. We've only seen 2 trucks go for the infamous backflip. Brandon Budd throw his hat in the ring and go for it as well. Oh, the rock cars off to the side here as he's gonna go for the pyramid. And he's gonna stick it straight up and down, walk it over nice and slow, get out of shape and set her back down. As Buckshot spins it around, 30 seconds down. So far, big time hit right there. Buckshot with good momentum so far out here on the beach. He's lining up for the big bus stack. Oh, nice. Oh, what a move. Brandon and Bud showing the technicality out here on the beach as he's going to walk it all the way across the beach. That was a spectacular move up and over the bus and then walks it down all the way across the length of this floor here. As he airs it out over the other stack and a minute down and a minute remains for Buckshot. If he keeps this up, could he have something to do with that 28-point score? That's in the lead right now in freestyle. Keeping it going, setting a good foundation so far. As he's going to sling it into some donuts out here on the beach. Going to get into some wild cyclones. Buckshot keeping it rolling with 30 seconds left. Some big time air. He's going to have to pick it up and do something crazy. Could we see something different? Buckshot with 20 seconds. So he's going to get a big time air hit right there. Oh, and going to walk it a little bit. Spins it right back around. The final 10 seconds for Buckshot. Going to go for another slap wheelie. Oh, couldn't get it right there. As he's speeding his way around this track. 3, 2, 1, and that'll be time for Brandon Budd and Buckshot. The beautiful Hummer right there. Coming out and throwing down a really solid run. Some different style moves. He went for technicality instead of throwing caution into the wind. To see how that plays out in the judges' favor. Already in the live chat, we have a 9 coming through. Looking for 2 more scores. Two more scores. You got 30 seconds right now in the live chat to lock in. 2 more scores for Brandon Buckshot. 2 9s come through. Could we see another big score for Brandon Budd? Waiting on 1 more. And it looks like the professional judges are also going to throw out a 9. So 27. Not enough right there for Brandon Budd and the Buckshot. But a good run. As he turns on a good 27-point score as he's sitting right now comfy in 2nd place. But Outlaw and Bounty Hunter still with the 28-point score as we have 3 trucks left to go, and these guys can put up a big score in a hurry, especially this man right here, a former world freestyle champion, Trent. Mike Vaughters Jr. in Overkill Evolution is getting ready to throw down here on the beach.
You know, this is definitely a guy you gotta look out for, man. Coming out here, throwing caution into the wind. Aaron, that's not the version that Cookie was using.
Okay, yeah, that's the other one.
That's okay. Mike Vaughters Jr. coming out here, starting out. He's looking for the raw car stuff.
He's wanting to start a little different. Everyone's either bombed off the van stack or the backside of the car stacks. He wants to try something different here. Oh, he's going to get a nice classic sky wheelie and into a slap wheelie to start off time here for Mike Vaughters Jr. in Overkill. The Super Duty out of Maryland, Trent. This is a great looking piece and it does very well.
Absolutely, man. I mean, you can definitely tell that there's a little bit of frustration back there with Mike Vaughters Jr. You know, definitely he's had some good moments tonight, but he's always kind of been more of a bridesmaid. Hasn't quite got the lead in any of his runs. But The matter is, especially with that huge air, can you change that?
Could he change it? Right there, a big time air assault from Overkill Evolution. Spinning that truck around. One of the few trucks in the field running an open front differential as Mikey is sending it out here on the trying to get the biggest air of the weekend, and certainly has done so far here in freestyle. As he's keeping up the momentum here on this rough terrain of the beach.
Yeah, you know,
A
he's
minute
definitely...
down and a minute remains, Trent.
Absolutely, man. You know, he's seen all of what everyone's been doing. He knows who's in the lead, and he's like, you know what? I just got to put all of my tools on the table, and I got to choose what I can to make the best of it. And he's coming out here, and he's really got a good run going.
He's got a good run going, but I think he's missing that one wow factor Cretan and the Outlaw had. But here we go, line it up for the backflip. Could he do it? Oh,
wow!
A tough shot right there on the front end, but he pulls it off and keeps on moving. Overkill Evolution with the backflip here, more of a little big twist as he gets caught up on the cars, doing some bicycle moves, and he pulls it off. And that'll fill time right there. Overkill Evolution, all he does the rest is it for the fans here in Corpus. So another big air hit. As scores are coming in chat right now on the T.Ray live stream for Mike Waters Jr. and Overkill Evolution. That is some serious elevation, Holmes. I do agree. He aired it out all right. As Waters
will it be enough?
Puts down a run here. Will it be enough? Is the exact word I'm about to say, Trent. Will it be enough? The score to beat is a 28 posted by Outlaw and Bounty Hunter. 30 seconds remain to lock in those scores in the live chat on the T-Ray live stream. Let's see what they have to say about Mike Waters and Overkill Evolution, as he is one of the few guys to actually try the backflip and one of two to land it here, Trent. Got a little bit of a twist, but he ended up pulling off there in the end.
Absolutely, man. You know, definitely a great run. Obviously, something was missing from that run. He had a nice save, though. We got a 10 so far. Waiting on another score. Just a few more seconds to lock in your scores, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll kick it to the professionals. And that's time right there, Dawson, as we got 110 and 2 9s. Won't be enough.
It's actually going to tie for the lead.
Really?
Trent 8. So a 28-point score for Overkill Evolution as we have a three-way tie right now in freestyle here on the beach. Overkill throwing down a great run, though. As Outlaw, Bounty Hunter, and Overkill with the 28. They are all timed with the lead. Again, a separate judge from the professional group of judges that we have here on T-Ray is holding this extra scorecard for each truck that in the three-way tie, Bounty Hunter, Outlaw, and Overkill Evolution. If it stays that way after these last two trucks, we will have them come out and show their cards to see which truck actually took the freestyle win here tonight. But everyone's favorite dump truck, the flying dump truck, Jerry Becker crew, is getting ready to hit the track, and I know that these last two competitors are not going to let that 28-point score stand. As you saw him, he flipped it over in racing. They tore the body off, coming out here, Rage in a Cage style. It'll be Jerry Beck and the Dirt Crew. That's time. And we'll start for that flying dump truck. As you get a good look right now, as Jerry Beck's going to send it over the race line. Right here. Ooh, getting a little cattywampus bounce. As we talked before, the beach is a very uneven surface. As he's going to backside of the race lane and get some hang time. The flying dump truck indeed. As Jerry Beck sees that the 28-point score is ahead of him and he does not want to let those guys have it. Get a little cattywampus, sets her back down, and then some more hang time off the backside of the van stack. If he keeps this up, I have I'll run for the money. Ooh, as he hits it hard over the car stack right there. Those cars are very tough to hit. They are raw. As he gets another big moonshot off the backside of the race lane. The rear end, though, taking some abuse as Jerry Beck is giving it to this truck right now here in Freestyle. Oh my, as he airs it out. Jerry Beck flying that thing as a minute down and a minute remains for the dump truck. Another big move as he's keeping it rolling here. Run right now that could take the lead. He has to get a couple more big moves as he throws in some cyclones. As he's going to slide it into the final 30 seconds here. As he's going to cross thread big time. Whoa! Jerry Beck getting a little bit of cattywampus. Could he save it? No, he's on his lid. 10 seconds left. Not going to fill the time, but he was on a roll. Jerry Beck and Dirt Crew. My oh my, 10 seconds left. What are the judges going to do? Scores right now in 30 seconds. In the live stream chat, you have 30 seconds to lock in your scores for Dirt Crew. We'll see what they throw out there in the live chat and also what the professional judges have to say. Jerry Beck was throwing it down and really putting on a heater there, Trent, trying to take away the 28-point score. Let's see what we got from the judges. There's 20 seconds remain for the live stream chat scores to come in. As we have a 6 and 2 10s coming through. So a score of a 26 for Jerry Beck in Dirt Crew. Almost enough, but not enough. As he has a good run. It was the time there at the end, Trent, that didn't get Dirt Crew the win here today in Freestyle.
Definitely not what Jerry Beck was looking for, man, but you know, a good run nonetheless. But ladies and gentlemen, we are not quite done yet. We got one more truck. Do you want to see him? Well, then I say without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, our final freestyle here tonight. All the way from St. Louis, Missouri, man, here we go. Dan Runte and the Bigfoot looking to take the lead. He doesn't want that 28 to stand either. And here he goes by the stands. Make sure you get loud and get crazy. Because the louder you are, the higher he'll go. This is the final truck of the night, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you put all your energy into this run. Dan Runte certainly is going to. Starting out with some huge air. Turning around. What we got next? He's going for some sick air off the van stack. Going around, looks to be going for those raw cars. Nicely done, hitting a little bit. Getting into the slap wheelie. A good old 1-2 shift from the transmission. Dan Runte's got a good run going. But he's got to keep it up if he's going to think about taking the lead here in freestyle. Look at the huge air from Bigfoot. Comboing it up on the other side. Keeping the ball rolling here. Just a minute remain. He's halfway through his run. A nice little cross thread from the van. Turning around. 45 seconds left on the clock. What does Dan Runte got in store? Looking for the backside of the van. Huge air. Nice. The truck's landing good for him tonight. As he goes into the 30 seconds. 30-second warning for Bigfoot. Oh, no way. He's got a cross thread. Oh, can he save it? Truck's been shut off. And he's back on all fours. Ladies and gentlemen, 13 seconds are left on the clock. They're giving him the chance to fire back up. Do you want more from Bigfoot? Nice save. Huge air. This next one will resume time. 13 seconds left on the clock. This is good. This could be it. The first ever backflip from Bigfoot. Setting it down. He's got back on all fours. 5 seconds left. Just enough time for one more huge move. And that's time right there. Bigfoot going in the donuts. This will count for its last. Anything else he does is for you fans and not for a score. What a run, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear you. Dan Runte, the Bigfoot. Now waiting for what the fans think. Right now we got a score of a 9. But we'll give it to our professional judges here in a moment. About to find out who has taken the lead. Another 9. Ready on one more score. And that's going to be time. The last score is a 10. Another 20. A 4-way tie here for the win in Corpus Christi, Texas. We got our professional judges out there now. They're going to give us who they thought was the winner. Ladies and
So the judges coming out forward now as the final truck is done. Bigfoot, a beautiful run by him. And they're showing that the higher 2 scores are from Bigfoot and Outlaw. And it's going to be, looks like it's going to be Bigfoot taking the freestyle victory here tonight. His secondary score from the judges was a 10 and Outlaw's was a 9. Bigfoot gets the double down here in Corpus Christi, Texas, as Runte throws down a killer run. But everybody threw it down here, Trent, all the way to the very end.
Absolutely, man. You know, it's been a star-studded field all night long. All of these guys came out here and threw it down for you guys. It's been crazy from the start. Wheelies, you know, coming out here. Bigfoot pulling the upset and getting the win with the 25. Samson coming out here and racing and defeating the whole entire field to take the racing win. And now, after a 4-way tie in the final thoughts, Bigfoot Dan Runte will double down and take the freestyle victory here in Corpus Christi, Texas. But Dawson, I think we have enough time for just one more.
I do believe we do have time for one more, Trent. One more, because you know here on T.Ray, we don't just stop it after freestyle. We always show a little bit of love to some of these guys.
And here we go, Dawson, for the final time. Here tonight, Brendan Buck will come out here, and look at this. Another buckshot.
Shots. We'll freestyle it out here on T.Ray to finish off the beach.
Do a
These
little
guys are
train
throwing
action.
it down, Trent. Little train action indeed. as these two buckshots are throwing it down here on the beach. This is a big thank you to all you guys here watching the T.Ray live stream, as you had a killer event here in Corpus Christi. 12 of the best trucks threw it down, and a little buckshot freestyle action here in the end. This is what the kind of action you get here on T.Ray, especially for the 10th anniversary, Trent. These guys look like they might be wanting to do something special here, Trent, to end it off.
That's right, man. Just one more time.
We see
because
it, Trent.
Why not?
Could we be seeing something here to end off the Corpus Christi live stream for the ages? Dual backflip from Buckshot. One goes upside down. There it is right there, the grand finale in Corpus Christi, Texas. As two buckshots come on out and throw it down here after a wild competition of wheelies, racing, and freestyle for everybody here on the T.Ray live stream. Trent, what do you got to say about this awesome event?
All I gotta say, you guys, is thank you for coming out here and enjoying this, especially this late at night. We appreciate you watching us. Some of you guys, especially helping out with the scores. You know, thanks to Lane Larkin for driving the cats here tonight. Lane, that was awesome, man. Thank you to Aaron for throwing up the server for us to be able to throw this event here for you guys. And you know, last but certainly not least, we want to thank the main hero here, Brandon. Thank you for putting on this live stream for us tonight, and thank you for making this possible.
That is it for the live stream. Thanks so much. If you guys want to see more action and more ROR and Beam content, watch all right here on the T.Ray YouTube channel. We got it all for you. Past episodes of Beam, past episodes of all. You can go back and watch some live streams. All action all right here on the T.Ray channel. For Trent and Ray, I'm Dawson. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time on T.Ray.